our practice test for Unit 4. It says to write, what is the solution to this inequality? The way that I would solve that is I would get the x alone. I'd start by adding 5. That gives me 2x is less than 22. Divide both sides by 2. X is less than 11. So it's this one. However, if you go to Desmos.
Wait, I got it. Me too.
Oh, it is C.
Oh, really?
My bad. I marked the wrong one. It's X is less than 11 here, C. All right, but if you go to Desmos on this one, 2x minus 5 is less than 17. Type in that inequality. Then look at your answer choices. Is this the same? X is less than 6? No. Is x is greater than 6 the same graph? No. Is x is less than 11? It is the exact same graph, so I know it's correct. So even if you don't know how to get that variable isolated, you can still just look at Desmos. On the next one, it says an inequality is given below, and then give us this inequality. It says determine which values of x are solutions, right? Yeah, or fill in yes or no for each value. So I start by putting the inequality in, just like I saw, like it is there. 5x minus 9 is less than or equal to 2x plus 6. Then I'm going to try each of these. These are x values, so I have to put it in Desmos as x equals negative 6. Is that in the shaded area? Yes. Now I'm going to go to when x equals negative 1. That is also in my shaded area, so yes, it's a solution. The next one is when x equals 5. If I look at the 5, x equals 5, it is on top of this solid line. Since this line is solid and it's directly on top of it, it is a solution. Had the original line in this problem right here, had the equal to not been there, and it was a dotted line, then 5 would have not been an answer. And then finally, when x equals 8. X equals 8 is not in the shaded region, so it is not a solution. All right, in the next question, number 3, they give us a graph and they ask which inequality is graphed there. So before you waste the time of typing everything in, use some things that are really easy. For example, we know that it's a solid line, so it has to be equal to. That means this can't be it, and this can't be it. So it's one of those two. Now when I type in that, let's see, where am I at? 2x minus 6. Does this picture match this one over here? No. So let me try the other answer, C. And when I do that, turn that off. I see that it does match. It's going through the 3 and the negative 6, just like here, and the shading is down below, and the line is solid. So that tells me that this is the correct answer. Say that again. This is y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 6.
Oh, it's backwards? Yeah, because ours is messed up. Yeah.
Oh, your order is different?
Yeah, the two solid lines on the top.
Oh, yeah. You'll have to look at the choices. You will have to look at the choices. I don't know why it does that. I hate that it does that it switches it up. So this is the one that is the correct. Y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 6. All right, good? All right, let's look at the next one. Which graph shows the solution to this inequality? Again, I'm just going to go to Desmos and type this in. I'm going to type in this inequality. 6x plus 2y is greater than or equal to 12. and I wanna see which one of these matches. There are two that are going in the same direction, but I noticed that this is a greater than equal to, which means neither one of the dotted lines could be correct. It's gonna be a solid line because of that equal to, and it's shading above the graph, so it's this one here.
Yes. Wait, which one it was?
Yeah. Which one?
Ours is different.
Yeah, ours is like.
Oh, man. Come on, Brad.
I hate when it does that.
Okay, so
Oh, you said OB. Yeah, she said. I know. You know. Ooh.
no when someone said it's still.
Right.
It's crazy.
Wait.
He's 7, you said I right?
7 years old.
No, 7.
Okay,
0, 7.
all right, are we good? All right, let's look at number 5. So number 5, you have to come up with the inequality. It says Margie sells bracelets at a booth in an art fair. She sells 2 types of bracelets, the small one, which is $5, a large one, which is $8. She wants to sell enough bracelets to have at least $200 in total sales. Let X equal the number of small bracelets, and Y is the number of large bracelets. So if each small one is $5, it'll be 5 times the number of small bracelets. We're adding to that the large bracelets, which are $8 times Y, the number of large bracelets. I want this to be at least 200, so this amount needs to be bigger than or equal to 200, greater than or equal to. Once you get that graph, and this one is really tricky, but once you get this one graphed, so I want you to see that it's going through the 0, 25, and I want you to notice that my graph in Desmos goes all the way across like option B. Option B is wrong. Let me tell you why. Over here, these are negative numbers of small bracelets. The X values are negative. Can she sell -2 bracelets?
No, it's impossible.
No, it's impossible. So anything in this negative quadrant is not part of the solution. So my answer is actually this one that just has the shaded area in the first quadrant where it's just positive numbers. Does everybody get why that is? Be careful on that because it is a word problem. You have to make sure that you're showing the actual solutions.
So if you think about it, couldn't you just basically answer this question over like real life, like thinking about real life situations?
Yes, you can. You can say, oh, well, this is the only one that has no, well, no, because I think this one also had none. But also keep in mind that each ordered pair is a point. So if I tried, so 0, 0 down here is shaded, right? On this option. If I put a 0, 5 times 0 is 0, plus 8 times 0, which is 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 200? No, which means where the 0 is should not be shaded. So I know that this one's wrong.
Right.
And then I can just look at the fact that this has to be shaded above and only in the first quadrant. All right, look at this system shown. Which of these represents the solution to the system? We're just typing it into Desmos and looking at which graph matches. The first inequality is here. It's got the diagonal line coming down with a negative slope. So this can't be it because it's got a solid line. This can't be it because the negative has a solid line again. So it's one of these two. Now I gotta look at that other second equation. Y is greater than or equal to 3 halves x plus 2. I see that the darkest area, the solution, is this little corner right here. So that means it is this answer there.
Which one is that? I can't tell.
I can't, what do you mean?
I think it's the one on the.
It's the one that looks like this.
Yeah, bro.
I couldn't see the dotted lines from there.
Oh, okay.
Bro. It's not bad.
Good? All right, heads up, y'all.
Wake up.
Next one, once again, we're gonna put it into Desmos. Simple stuff. In Desmos, I graph that first inequality, x, guys, please stop talking.
Put stickers on your wall.
Chase it, put stickers on.
This one like.
Shh.
Be quiet.
X minus y is greater than 5, and 2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 12. So I see that the positive slope has a dashed line, the negative slope has a solid. So solid dash, it looks like they're all that way. So now I gotta figure out the shading. The shading is happening in this, where the colors are overlapping down at the bottom, which looks to be this one right here. Because you can see it goes through right about this -5 and -5 here, which is the same as this one.
What?
Guys, stop it. All right, next problem. This gives us a graph represents a set of ordered pairs that are solutions to the system in an inequality. They give us the graph and says which equations, which system of equations matches this. The first thing I'm noticing is that both of these have dashed lines. Dashed lines means that they're not equal to, so I can eliminate this option and this option. Right off the bat, I now have a 50-50 chance of getting it right. From there, I can go into Desmos and try the ones that are the options that are left. So for the one for A, does this look like the solution? Does this look like this?
No.
I want you to notice that my lines are intersecting when it's a positive x, and in my picture, these lines are intersecting at a negative x. So it can't be this first one. If I check the second one, I see that it is now moved over to that negative section, just like this picture in this graph, so that is the correct answer.
Wait, can you zoom in?
Which one?
I'm trying to make sure it get like it's in the right order.
Wait, can I open up Desmos and like work it? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Your hand up. Real quick, I'm just gonna change and make sure that, if you do wanna get your Chromebook out and work along, that's fine. I'm just gonna make it so that the scene makes sure that you're not going to someplace other than Desmos.
Hey, where was that?
Really? Everything's having surgery.
He is bleeding.
I ain't believe it. She showed up. I see it.
All right.
It's just at home speed.
All Alright, let's go back to the flip chart here. Alright, the next one. Which values of x are solutions to this inequality? I type in the original inequality that they give me. Right here. I can see where it's at. I try my answer options. The first one is x is less than -8. It just so happened that when I did the very first one, I already found the one that matches perfectly. I can type in the others and they won't
Oh,
match.
really? Yes, really, Caleb.
Hold on. Oh, hold the phone. Oh, I get it right.
In number 10, I'm gonna do this same exact thing. I'm typing the question exactly as I see it. And I wanna try my options. I try option A. Option A is not the same. I try option B. That is not the same. I try option C. It is still not the same. But when I try option D, I get the exact same graph, so that is the correct answer. So are y'all seeing how easy this is with Desmos?
Yes.
So we're all gonna do really well on the test.
Yep, yes, we all.
And if I don't, I'm cooked.
Okay, so there are gonna be some problems that you can't use Desmos for. You have to actually understand what they're saying. Emma wants to plant roses and tulips in her yard. She would like to plant at least 50 flowers. She wants to plant less than 20 tulips. Which of the following systems of inequalities represents this whole situation? R is the variable for roses, T for tulips. Okay? So we know that when you add the roses plus the tulips, she has at least 50. So that means this amount has to be greater than or equal to 50. And then the second constraint is saying that she wants to plant less than 20 tulips. So the tulips needs to be less than 20. So that is the option A, first one.
Bruh.
All right, number 12 is another one of those that you have to be able to read it and take out the information to create an equation or an inequality. A few students are having a bake sale to try to raise more than $600 for a class trip. They sell cupcakes for $2, pies for $5 each. They already sold at least 30 cupcakes. Which of the following systems represents this situation? So the first part is talking about the money. If every cupcake C is $2, it'll be 2C. Plus $5 times the number of pies. And we want to have this amount to be more than, so greater than, 600. So I can already eliminate these two. The last part says the cupcakes, she wants at least, so that means it's going to be more or equal to 30. So it is option B for me. I don't know what yours says.
6%.
On this one, you need to be able to recognize how to plot a point. If you are not good with plotting points, you can always plot it in Desmos and then try to figure out where it is over here. But remember, you're always doing the x value first, then the y value. My first point is -5, 3. So I go to the -5x and up to 3. That is in my shaded region. That is correct. 1, -2. I go over to the 1, down to the 2. That is not in my shaded region. That is not correct. 0, -4 means I don't move any side to side and just go down to -4. That is not in my solution area.
Right.
-8, -1 means I go over to the -8 for the x and down to the 1, -1. That is in my shaded region. That is correct.
Right on the money.
Good? All right, I'll stop it. All right, this graph below shows the solution to a system of linear inequalities. Based on the intersection of corresponding half planes, which inequalities represent this graph? And when it says select all, which I think on the test they actually give you a number of, there's gonna be either 2 right answers or 3 right answers. They don't really do a whole lot of select all. Guys, I need your heads up. Up, all the way up. So what I'm gonna do is go into Desmos and start graphing these inequalities. The first one is y is greater than 1/4 minus 1/4 x minus 1. Okay, so the first thing I wanna see, I see that this is crossing at the -1 for the y value and a +4. Is this diagonal line right here dashed? No. So I know that that one is wrong. Because this Desmos shows me a dashed line and my picture right here shows me a solid. So that means, let's try the other one that looks like this. This isn't right, but if I had the solid line like this option, it looks like it might be right. So I'm gonna try that option. Right here. All right, so I have that part of it done already. I have one more equation that's gonna help me. I try the other ones. This one gives me a dotted line going down, and it is shaded to that side, so it looks like that is my correct answer right here. So if you're looking at this Desmos, you see all the like important points where it's crossing, where it intersects, all that stuff. You see that this diagonal here is a solid line right there. Dashed line right here. This is a solid line right here, just like Desmos shows me. The shading is over in the upper left corner, just like in Desmos. So those would be the 2 inequalities that are this system. Number, do y'all need to see that bigger?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the 2 that we have. Y is less than -3x plus 2, and y is greater than or equal to 1/4 x minus 1.
This is,
If you need to move up, you can come sit in this front seat if it helps, if you're struggling to see. All right, number 15, the solution set to which of these systems of inequalities is graphed below. Again, I'm just gonna try the options here and find one that matches this picture. The first one, option A, is y is less than -x minus 6. And when I look at that, I can tell already that that one is not gonna match this graph over here, right? So that means I know that the y is less than -x minus 6 is not an answer, which means I can also eliminate that option because they both had that part in it. So that tells me that it's gonna be y is greater than -x minus 6. So now I see, and that's this part right here, this line here, and the shading. The other line, I'm gonna try y is less than 3x minus 6. Is that what my picture looks like? Is my shaded area the same area that we have here? They're both dotted lines. So that one is gonna be correct. And if you need to, you could always try that last option and you'll see that it does not look like it. So it is option C for me, which is y is greater than negative x minus 6 and y is less than 3x minus 6. Good?
I can get that blanket thing, it's cold.
Huh? Yes, go ahead. All right, number 16. Which graph best represents the solution to these inequalities? Put it in Desmos. The system is y is greater than negative 3x plus 3,
Chop that.
and y is less than or equal to x plus 7. We're looking for this overlapping region. Our intersection is at negative 1, 6. The overlapping region is over here in this section that it kind of looks purple. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. So that looks like this one right here. Because of where that shading is happening. Negative 1, 6 is this point here, and it's shaded to the right of that. That's what we see in Desmos, that's what we see on the graph. So are y'all seeing this? Number 17, which of these inequalities is graphed? Once again, we're just going to Desmos, but also we can eliminate some choices. This is a solid line, which means it has to have the equal to. So this can't be it, and this can't be it. So I can already eliminate two options just by how the line looks. Now I don't have to type as many things into Desmos to see which one is right. I'm only going to type the possible ones. Here's the first one. That is not the same as this. This has the shading going up towards the right. This has it going down towards the left. Try that last option, and that is what this graph looks like. I see that it goes through 12 and 8, just like this one. It's going through the 8 and the 12, and it's shaded on this side of it. So that tells me that this is the correct one. Number 18, same thing. We're going to try to graph these. I can eliminate some options because I see that this is a dashed line. That means it can't be equal to. So I can get rid of this option and this option. Now I only have two options left to try. X over 4 plus 2 is not shaded the same. This one goes below the line. The one on the practice test goes above the line. So I know that this is not it. This is going to be it. When I turn that on and test it, it does match the graph that's on the practice test. I really hope y'all are thinking that this is easy. Number 19, again, we're looking at which one's graphed. Because it's a solid line, I know that it has to be an equal to. So that's not it, and that's not it. I'm just going to go to Desmos and graph. This one here goes through the 3, negative 3 and negative 3, which is the same as this one here. And it is shaded down below. So B, the second option, is correct. If I were to try that last option there, wait, hold on. Less than or equal to, yes. If I did the greater than or equal to, it would have been shaded on the other side, so it wouldn't have matched. And number 20, once again, this is a solid line. Well, they're all equal to, so that means I'm good. I'm going to try each one of them. For the first one, I see that it's going through the ordered pairs, 2, 0, 2, and 1, 0. 0, 2 is right, but 1, 0 would be right here. That's not how this line is going, so that one is not right. This one, same thing, it's going in the wrong place. So now we're going to try the y is greater than or equal to 1/2. I look at which way it's going. It goes through the right points, but my shading is wrong. So let me try my last one right here. And when I type that one in, I see that it goes through the 0, 2. It goes through the 4, 0. So it's going through here and here. And that shading is happening below that solid line. So that is correct. And I think is that it?
Yes.
Yep. Awesome.
Can I still have that?
Yep.